There's a storm brewing in Cincinnati, and it's not the kind of storm you can run from. This Bengals offense, it's not just good, it's a defensive coordinator's nightmare. We're talking about a group that's already had weapons all over the field, and now they might be even better. Last season was about survival. Joe Burrow battled. The offensive line took its lumps. The playbook was built in a desperate fashion to win. But this season, this isn't survival mode, this is attack mode. And if you think you've seen the Bengals at their peak before, buckle up, because you haven't seen anything yet.
Here's the question though. The top wildcard team, the Bengals, are they actually the best team in the AFC?
When you look at the Bengals over the last few years, it's been a story of big moments and just as big heartbreaks. That magical run to the Super Bowl, legendary. The years after, still elite, but they never made it count. Sometimes it was the offensive line crumbling. Sometimes it was Burrow's playing through calf and hand issues that clearly limited his abilities. But most times, the ball just didn't roll their way. They had the air attack, they had the flash. But when it came to putting games away, they would struggle. That's what makes this year so dangerous, because this season, the Bengals might have finally built the most competitive offense since Burrow got here. This is not the same Bengals team that opposing coordinators have studied for years. This one, it's unstoppable, it's explosive, and I don't even think any defense can contain them. Joe Burrow is one of those quarterbacks you never feel safe against, even when you're winning. He's the kind of guy who can stay under the radar with check-down passes, then absolutely dice the secondary up to come back and win a game, leaving you wondering what just happened. Here's the thing, we saw Joe Burrow get hot in the final stretch of last season, and it's looking like that will carry over into this season. All reports out of camp say he's sharper, faster, and more locked in than ever. His arm strength is back, the velocity is popping on intermediate throws, and he's moving in the pocket like he did back at LSU, with confidence and patience. And that's the dangerous part, because Burrow's game isn't built on being a scrambler. It's built on buying just enough time for his receivers to break free, and then hitting them in stride with ridiculous accuracy. Expect more of that. How did he fit that in there? Stuff that makes Joe Burrow, Joe Burrow. And maybe even most importantly, expect the swagger to be back. When Burrow's locked in, he's one of the best quarterbacks in the league. And when he's ballin', he makes you feel like you never had a chance. Even with a talented quarterback, you still need someone to catch these perfect passes. And in Cincinnati, there is no shortage of that. Some teams have a legitimate wide receiver 1. Some are lucky enough to have a good wide receiver 2. The Bengals, they have 2 guys who could be top dogs on almost any other roster in the league. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins. Jamar Chase is the headliner, the explosiveness, the highlight machine, the guy who can take a slant 80 yards or moss you in the end zone. He's the definition of pick your poison. Press him and he'll burn you deep. Play off and he'll eat you alive on hitches and crossers. But T. Higgins, he's just as much a problem. 6'4" wins contested catches and has a knack for showing up in the biggest moments. Need a 3rd and 7 conversion in traffic? That's T's bread and butter. And here's the kicker. They've been together for years now. Their chemistry with Burrow is second nature. Burrow knows exactly where they want the ball, and they know exactly when he's going to pull the trigger. Defenses can't double both. They can't bracket both. And if you focus too much on one, you're giving the other a free runway. For years, the Bengals' run game has been fine, not bad, not elite, just fine. Enter Chase Brown. Last year, he flashed. The speed, real. The burst through the hole, noticeable. The ability to turn a small crease into a chunk gain, that's special. But this offseason, something clicked. Brown has added muscle without losing quickness. His vision has improved. He's hitting holes decisively instead of dancing behind the line. And his pass-catching ability means he's not just a runner. He's a legitimate weapon in the passing game. And we know how much the Bengals love to pass. Chase Brown is a back who can take it the distance on any given play. And in an offense where defenses are already terrified of Burrow, Chase, and Higgins, that's a nightmare. A healthy, confident Chase Brown could be the missing piece that makes this Bengals offense truly unstoppable. Because if they can run when they want to run, not just when they have to, they become almost impossible to scheme against. The O-line, it's been the one knock on the Bengals since Burrow got here. Can they protect him? And to be fair, the answer was usually not well enough. But this year feels different. They've added reinforcements, developed younger players, and built chemistry in the trenches. All the Bengals need to do is find a group that works well together, avoid injuries, and give Burrow just enough time to get the ball out. Remember, a great QB can make a good O-line look even better, but the Bengals want and need both. So, let's put it all together. You've got an MVP caliber quarterback fully healthy, 2 elite receivers who can each take over a game, a running back with breakout potential, a coach with a loaded playbook and the freedom to use it, and an offensive line that finally looks ready to hold its own. What do you even do as a defense? You double chase, Higgins takes over. You load the box to stop Brown, Burrow will light you up over the top. You try to blitz, good luck. Burrow's one of the best in football at reading it and making you pay instantly. This isn't just about talent, it's about options. The Bengals have more ways to win on offense than they've ever had before, and this season, they might just be the most dangerous offense in the NFL. If the Bengals offense is the weapon, then Zach Taylor is the one pulling the trigger. And this season, he's not just bringing back the same old playbook, he's reinventing it. Over the past few years, Taylor's offense has been defined by its vertical passing attack and heavy shotgun sets. But this year, we're seeing whispers from training camp that Cincinnati is going full chess master mode. More pre-snap motion, more bunch formations, more plays designed to get the ball out of Burrow's hands before the pass rush even gets a sniff. Why is that so important? Because if you give this offense any kind of rhythm, they can score on you faster than you can type. Hooday! Taylor knows the AFC North might be the toughest it's been in a decade, so every drive matters. That's why we're going to see more scripted openers, more quick hitters to keep defenses honest. And then, just when you've adjusted, they've hit you over the top with a Jamar Chase bomb. For years, the Bengals' offensive line has been the curse to their championship hopes. Yeah, the Bengals are good, but can Burrow stay upright? That conversation might finally be over. The front office spent the offseason investing in pass protection like their season depended on it, because it does. They brought in another veteran tackle for depth, doubled down on guard play, and from all accounts, second-year right tackle Cody Ford has taken a massive step in his pass sets. Ted Karras has proven to be the leader at center in the group, and if he can motivate the line to perform when it matters, the Bengals will be unstoppable. It's not about turning this line into the 90s Cowboys, it's about buying Burrow that extra half second. Because here's the thing, with this receiving core, an extra half second is the difference between a check down and a 40-yard touchdown. With Tyler Boyd now gone, you'd think the Bengals would have a void in the slot. Instead, they might have upgraded. Enter Jermaine Burton, the second-year player out of Alabama, who has the potential to be a vocal point in this offense. He's not just a straight-line burner, he's shifty, fearless over the middle, and not afraid to get hit. If he can stay healthy and buy into this team, the Bengals may have 3 receivers who can burn you on the outside. Imagine a world where you have Jamar Chase on one side, T. Higgins on the other, and Burton carving up safeties and linebackers in the middle. That's exactly what the Bengals are producing. We talked about Chase Brown's breakout potential, but here's the bigger picture. If he delivers on that potential, it fundamentally changes how defenses play Cincinnati. Last year, teams could sell out to stop the pass because the Bengals' run game wasn't scaring anyone. But Brown's acceleration and vision means that if you try that this year, he can rip off 25-yard runs before you blink. And the best part, he's getting better in pass protection and pass catching. That means he's not just a home run hitter. He's a 3-down back who can stay on the field in every situation. If that happens, Burrow will be running an offense where the defense literally cannot guess what's coming. Here's something no one's talking about. The Bengals are going to push tempo more than they ever have. In the past, they've been methodical, letting Burrow pick his spots. But this year, rumor has it they're building towards speed kills football. When you've got Chase, Higgins, Burton, and Brown all healthy, why let the defense catch its breath? The Bengals can run the same personnel grouping, keep the defenses from substituting, and then hammer them with 3 completely different looks in 45 seconds. The NFL is all about forcing mismatches. Tempo just makes those mismatches permanent. Every great passing offense has one cheat code. For Cincinnati this year, it might be the play-action bomb. The moment Chase Brown establishes the run, even just enough to keep linebackers honest, play-action becomes a nightmare. Because when Burrow fakes that handoff and sets his feet, he's looking at Chase streaking downfield, Higgins boxing out on a deep out, and Burton slicing through the middle. It's a pick-your-position situation, except all the positions are fatal to your defensive game plan. If Chase Brown can get confident as top 10 running back in the NFL, no one is stopping this offense. Statistically, the 2021 Bengals offense was elite. The 2022 version was efficient, but this season's group has the potential to be both. It's not just about star power, it's about balance. For the first time in the Burrow era, they might have a line that can protect, a run game that demands respect, and 3 legitimate passing threats on every snap. That's how you put up 30 points a game in the modern NFL. That's how you keep defensive coordinators up at night. And that's how you make the phrase "scary offense" feel like an understatement. Thanks for watching. Comment down below your thoughts on this upcoming season, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button for more NFL content.